Hey, good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Tim here, out here at the Morgan Monroe State Forest, and it is a balmy 22 degrees this morning. Far cry better than the negative. I think it was -4 when I got up, and I think probably -1 when the sun, finally came up and started to warm the place up. But nonetheless, quite a bit colder last week than it is in this week. I think actually it's probably shorts and t-shirt weather here. Uh, let's spin around here real quick. We can take a look at what we got going on. So back out here at the well, they call it a lake, but more of a pond, a channel lake. I don't know what the exact term is. So it is definitely frozen over this morning. I surely wouldn't walk out on it, but we've had some uh, some brief warm weather where a couple days ago it was back up in the 50s. So any kind of freezing that we had had over the last week or so probably was not. I wouldn't consider it stable. So um, there's the view of the antenna cam, and let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's it's a car. We don't really want to see that. So there's another view of the lake, looking down in the sun there. So uh, fishing lake, definitely. I don't know what the success is of of anything coming out of there. So all right, well, we are back here today, and actually today we are not only live streaming. This is kind of a weird. I'm also streaming on Instagram, which is a landscape. I'm sorry, portrait. It's an upright versus a horizontal format. So in my display now, I've got actually two previews there. So um, I had streamed on Instagram before with the other software, but it basically just took it and presented it um, as a landscape in a horizontal format or in a portrait format. So everything was kind of squeezed down. But we are good to go. Oh golly, so chat was chatting early this morning. Cooley checking in first thing. Dave's in there. Good morning, Dave Cooley. Kelly checking in this morning. Good morning, Kelly. Aaron checking in. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. It feels different when you know you don't have to go to work for the rest of the year. I too, Aaron, am on hiatus for the rest of the year at work. So, although I did do something a little bit different, I've this year have taken over the team that I used to work for. I kind of stepped out into an architect role, and then I'm now back managing the team. Um, I went ahead and I just put myself on call. So I'm not working. I'm on PTO, but I did put myself on call. So um, that way, none of the guys. I mean, it's the end of the year. We get very little calls, anyways, after hours. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll deal with it. It's not a big deal, and those guys can enjoy time with their families and not necessarily have to get bugged because some alarm went off in the middle of the night. Um, so good morning, Tim. Tim checking in. Radio Brotherhood. If you guys don't already follow Tim's YouTube channel, go check it out. Tim is out in South Dakota, and he's got a lot of open land to do some POTA and everything, and he's got a pretty good station set up. So always fun stuff in there. Let's see who else. Roy checking in this morning. Good morning, Roy.
I know.
Let's see, bunch of me's there. Rob, good morning. Checking in. Rob's checking in this morning. Whiskey 4, Oscar Golf Whiskey checking in. Good morning. Happy solstice. Yeah, I think today is the day. So, Sean checking in this morning. Good morning, Sean. Well, last week, if you guys, Joe's checking in this morning too. Good morning, Joe. And Steve is checking in. Good morning. Good morning, Rob. If you guys also missed it, Rob on the late shift Friday night dove into the world of IP addressing and doing the project and I can't even think of the acronym this morning, but that place, the 44net, and so it's that interesting dive into a deep dive into a rabbit hole of IP addressing. So I think you got everything set up. I had to go to bed. So, but also check out Digital Ranchers channel if you guys are interested in satellites. Rob is the go-to guy in satellites and getting people in a position to be successful and making contacts and the satellites there. So, all right. Chris, good morning. And like that is about it for the chat. So last week, because of the cold, I had a lot of problems with the antenna and being able to get it to go up and down. And I don't think it was actually the antenna as much as it was my problem. And when I say my problem, I put a 300 amp hour battery in the truck. And one of the things that I got with it was I wanted one that would self-heat. And that way, when it gets cold out, it would generate the heat to keep the cells protected. So there's cutoffs in the BMS. There's a low temperature cutoff where it's not going to charge or discharge. The other thing is it's if it gets too hot, same thing. And so there's different temperatures for charging and discharging and protecting. Now, one of the other things that I wanted with this battery was that it needed to be a little bit smarter about charging and discharging. So just because it's cold outside doesn't mean that the heaters are going to kick in. And that was something that I was interested in, and that's why I bought it. Because I mean, if I leave the truck outside and there's nothing running, why do I need the battery to be up to a certain temperature? I think I don't really have any way of logging or checking this, but one thing that's common with the 891 is that people hear and report relays clicking when the radio is powered off and doing nothing. My guess, what I found was actually the battery was down on the lower limit of where it needed to be to safely provide power, not safely, but provide the power that was needed to move the antenna up and down and run the radio. And although it never really manifested itself in shutting down or doing that, what I think happened was that there was enough current draw in those relays clicking and doing it when the everything was powered off, that it generated enough current draw to trigger the heaters. I have no way of, this is just a hypothesis at this point. I have no way of validating that other than it's just my gut feeling at this point. But I think what happened was that it generated the heaters, and I wasn't necessarily running the truck. No, I have an Epic Power Gate in the back that is plugged into a direct link up to the front that provides power when the vehicle is running, and it also takes a portion of that and charges the battery. My guess is without the truck running, heaters kicked in, brought this up to temperature, and depleted the battery. So when I came out at negative, because it was, I mean, even though it was -1 outside, it was like 60 degrees inside the truck without the with the heat running, and warm enough to safely operate the battery. But I think that's what happened. So um, I pulled the battery out. I put it on. I've got a 50 amp charger, and ran that. Got it back up to speed. So there is an option in the BMS software to basically turn on or off both the charging and the discharging features of the battery. So I'm gonna just make a habit of, at least in colder weather like this, to turn off the discharging when I'm not using the battery. So hopefully that will prevent those issues. I did take the antenna off, and I'd actually had it open just the week before. Um, if you guys are familiar with the ATOS, there are 6 ball bearings on a spring-loaded tab. Well, actually, it's not. The tab itself is the the spring load. So it around the circumference of the antenna, those ball bearings are pressed in against the coil, and that's what creates your connection. That's what allows you to do the variable inductance to change the electrical length of the antenna. One of those bearings had popped out and kind of dropped into uh, the fray inside the tube there. So it was, I don't think it wasn't damaged. I didn't see any damage in there, but it obviously, you would hear the noise and everything like that. So I um, went ahead and pulled it apart. And it's kind of an interesting, I think I'm going to do it again actually and shoot a video. And part of the reason why is that I didn't really see any videos that were out there. There were a couple that were there, but honestly, they were, um, yeah, Rob, I am losing my marbles, or my ball bearings, either way you want to look at it. But the videos that I saw were like 5 to 10 years old, and there's nothing's changed with the antenna, but the videos were shot in like standard definition, and I thought maybe refreshing, I get a 4K out there. They did actually a great job of the video, but there's some there's some things like you got to use your bias voltage to in a variable power supply to provide specific frequency, specific voltage, DC voltage to the antenna to engage the motors to lift it up and down, and that is part of the disassembly process. So um, that's just something I'm gonna do here now that I've got a couple weeks off. I've got some time to shoot some videos. Man, I've got a ton of little projects that I had uh, kits that I had ordered, and so I'm going to get started with that, get some of those knocked out. One of them is it's a MIDI device. I actually bought it for the Flex, and actually I bought it early in 2025. And the gentleman that uh, designed it has actually had 2 iterations of it since then that includes a display, but I'm still going to make it. And actually, I'm going to use it for the not just the Flex, but also the IC 7300 Mark II. So I can control the VFO a little bit easier and have some of those knobs and push buttons right there with me, as opposed to using the software. So uh, Eric says, got my Jeep back. Think of installing a power gate and putting a smaller second battery in the cargo area for my radios. Eric, I think that's part of my thinking and why you did that was to kind of help isolate the radios from the electrical system of the vehicle itself. Um, Alternators are inherently noisy, and sometimes, although they've got regulator circuits in there, they can be variable based on the engine RPM. There's still a variance in there. So that Epic Power Gate acts as a buffer and isolates that. Now, while you are running, depending on how you're charging uh, the circuit, when your engine is running and it's connected, you are still going to be drawing power off the alternator battery. Um, but in a situation like this, I mean, it keeps the battery somewhat topped off. And then if you're running other things, if you got like a refrigerator or some other device in there that needs uh, power, you're not tapping into your car's battery or your Jeep's battery and um, running the risk of running it out of juice and then be stranded somewhere. So not a bad idea. I know DX Engineering, the Epic Power Gates are um, hard to find. And a couple of weeks ago, I know they had them at DX Engineering, and so you check that out. I would recommend getting one, and they may also have them at I think all the big distributors, Gigaparts, HRO, those guys all carry it. But I would recommend probably getting one if you see it in stock. They're a little under $200, and there are two types. There's ones where the power output, the Andersons are on the front of it, and then there's ones that they're on the bottom lip of the thing, and that really just comes down to preference. I got the horizontal ones, so they're underneath, so they're hanging down as opposed to they're hanging down underneath the unit versus coming straight in, and that having that there in the front with things in the back could potentially get something not snug, hung up, snagged. And so I opted to go from the bottom side. So there's the horizontal and a vertical one to look at. Um, Morning, Dave. Checking in from South Carolina there. I bet it's a little bit warmer than it is here this morning. Um, awesome. So I did mention I bought a 7300 Mark II, and I got it last week. And I tell you what, it is. I love the radio, and I was a 7300 fanboy, and I've still got the original, the classic. Hopefully, it's a little bit better than Coke Classic, but got the classic original, and then now the Mark II. And part of the reason why I went with a Flex was the ability to operate remotely. Um, it's a significant price jump with even at the base, the X400 series, or so I have a 6400, and there's a 6800, and now they're in the next generation of the 6600. And then and that being, whether it really comes down to is it one radio or two radios inside the box, independent radios. Now they're in the 8000 series right now. Same thing. There's an 8400 and an 8600. Now they've got the Aurora. The 41 degrees here in South Carolina. Well, it's 20 degrees warmer than it is here right now. So, but all that comes at a cost. And if you are a serious contester and you need those features, it's the way to go, right? Whether it's Flex or Yaesu or ICOM or Kenwood or Elecraft, right? If you're going to really dive into it, spend the extra money. I kind of think that for me, the 7300 is more like a good morning, Nate. Uh, the 7300 is more of the working man's uh, radio. It's a lot of good features. Is it contest quality filtering? No. Do I need that? Absolutely not. I mean, I dabble around with it. It is a nicer radio to operate locally. Out here doing the POTAs off the tailgate and stuff like that. Um, but it is definitely um, morning, John. It is definitely a radio that is not overly expensive. I think there was a gentleman that I read. He bought a 7300 a while ago. He stepped away from the hobby, and now he did purchase a Mark II, and they're right about $1,500 brand new. The original one was right around $1,500 brand new when it first came out. And what he said was that if you compared the inflation of the dollars from then to now, that radio, the $1,500 radio that he bought 10 years ago, was was about $2,500 in today's dollars. So he didn't see that big of a deal. Um, there is improved in performance in there. I just don't know if it's objectively measurable to where it matters, if that makes sense. Subjectively, yeah, you can say it's great. It's got a much cleaner display. It's got a different type display in it than the original. There's improvements that way, but it is um, it's not like a groundbreaking difference, other than the fact that it does have HDMI connected, built into it, which is nice if you're going to put it out on a bigger monitor, or in my case, wrap it back into a live stream, or something like that. There's about a 12 dB gain in receiver sensitivity. Um, is that going to matter? Is that objectively going to matter? I don't know. I don't think so. But if you're on the fence uh, between those, HDMI connectivity, lane connectivity, displays a little sharper, crisper. Those are probably the three right off the bat that stand out. Um, if that doesn't matter, right now the IC 7300s, last time I checked, were on with a rebate just under $900. Um, so is that $600 worth the difference? I don't know. I mean, that would be a decision for you and your wallet. But you do gain some functionality that you don't have in the original 7300. I talked to a guy yesterday, and he's trying to figure out how he could use the remote connectivity. And one thing that we were bouncing back and forth, and I think this is what he's going to try, is he could mount the 7300 in the trunk of his car, use it as a mobile station, and use the smart SDR, or whatever the name is, the program, SDR control, to you run the radio with as a remote head off his tablet in the vehicle, and then that's behind him. John asked, "Will the OG 7300 ever go into life?" I think that they probably are no longer going to produce it, only because of it. When you get into the cost of manufacturing, um, And my guess is that what has been produced will be it. So at some point, the new ones will deplete in the supply chain, and that's probably why they've got the rebates on them right now. When you think about the cost of repair or replacement, I mean, even the ones they're selling today, the brand new ones, still have a warranty period that they would have to provide parts and stuff for. So logistically, I think at some point there's no reason to support two of them any longer than they have to. So all right, well, there we go. I'm all caught up. So today, well, actually yesterday, uh, well, let me back that up a couple. Josh, Hamshack TV just did a 10,000 subscriber giveaway and live stream the other day, and so there was a group of us on the channel, and Andy from World Radio League was on there, and so not that I'm against World Radio League. I am glad that we have got multiple companies or groups, organizations writing software. I got on the Polo bandwagon kind of early because the World Radio League's tie to needing to have that internet connectivity, and I just kind of stayed team um, Polo, but I'm not opposed to other ones, and I'm glad that there's now at least three organizations that are writing software um, that is modern and not something that looks like it was written in the 1990s. So but I was like, I probably should get in here and give it a try. They've come a long way. They've got local apps now and stuff like that. So you're not necessarily needing an internet connection to make that happen. And there's quite a bit more into it than just portable logging. So I thought I'd give it a try. So that's kind of where we are at today. There we go. So what I do is I thought I would just do the POTA activation and just try this new. So I've got an account. I actually have had an account for probably since 2024. I've just never used it. Um, and I'm in here. So I thought what I would do is just kind of walk through it. So I may have to call on the chat to help me out there. Um, Dave, that was part of it. I heard Andy say that they were going to be rolling out the desktop app, and that's cool. And I'm glad that there is development, a lot of development. Uh, so hopefully this will work. I did kind of walk through setting up an initial uh, setting the initial thing up. So U.S. State of Indiana EM 69SI. So that looks right for that part. Um, I don't know if this is necessary. You know, that seems like a little too much for me at this point. So, did it create? All right. So here's the logbook. So one thing that I really like about polo is just the ability to dive right in and rip these things. So I think, well, let's go find a frequency first. So so one thing I liked about polo is, over on the right hand side, I could easily pull up spots on a particular frequency, so I can, and maybe this is it. Oh, there we go. Okay. But I'm able to, filter down. I like that. Okay. And just see who is operating where, so I can find a spot, jump in and not, interfere with anybody. Is there is there a way for me to filter out? So is there a way for me to filter out, so I'm change the cluster. What I want to do is just, um, primarily filter here in the US. May or may not be able to do that, I don't know. Yeah, Chris, I think, on the clusters here, POTA is the only one that is selected. Hmm. Yeah, not a big deal. There's gonna be a learning curve in here for me too, so I'm not overly concerned here, but, well, let's see. Can I So it looks like there's quite a bit of room in the, 7200 range, 7228 looks like the highest frequency. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Well, it didn't take long. It appears that the frequency is outside the conventional band plan. So is there a way to make this right-hand side go away, or is that just there? Okay. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Alpha Zulu.
Kilo 8, Kilo Alpha Zulu. Good morning, 5-9.
Good morning. I've got you about 5-5 in Southern Michigan. Thanks for the show.
All right, thank you for the 5-5 into Michigan, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Echo 6, Great American Eagle.
Kilo Echo 6, Great American Ego. Whew. Dave, good morning, 5-9, buddy.
No, not Ego, Eagle. Good morning, Tim. Hey, on the frequency, if you put 7.240, then it should come out properly.
Okay, yeah, I got that in there. It looks good now. So you're 5-9, 59 here in the park this morning.
Thank you. I got you 5 right here in my conference this morning as well.
All right, sounds good, my friend. Thank you for the contact in 73.
73, thanks for being on there. Hold on.
All right, put on, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
0, Delta.
Kilo 0, Sierra Delta. Tim, good morning, 5-9.
Hey, good morning, Tim. Enjoy the show. Anyway, about 5-7. Audio is not the best, but conditions aren't that great right now. Have a great day, buddy.
All right, sounds good, my friend. Thank you for the contact in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango, Echo Delta.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango, Echo Delta. Teddy, good morning, 5-9. Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango, Echo Delta. Teddy, good morning, 5-9. Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango, Echo Delta. Teddy, good morning, 5-9.
You're 5-9 in Tango, November.
I copied the 5-9 into Tennessee this morning. Thank you for the contact in 73.
7-3.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Whiskey 4, Oscar, Golf Whiskey.
Whiskey 4, Oscar Golf Whiskey. George, good morning, 5-9.
Got you 5-9 both ways. Here's Jimmy to
All right, thank you for Virginia this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
You as well, Tim. 73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Whiskey 0, Papa Delta. Papa.
Whiskey 0, Papa Delta. James, good morning, 5-9.
Good morning. You are 5-8. 5-8, Mike Oscar.
Copy the 5-8 in the Missouri, my friend. Thank you for the contact in 73.
7-3.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Juliet 8, Mike Romeo Hotel.
Kilo Juliet 8, Mike Romeo Hotel. Mark, good morning, 5-9.
I got you 5-7, Ohio.
All right, thank you for Ohio this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
November 8 to Oscar, Yankee.
November 8, Oscar, Yankee. Edward, good morning, 5-9.
Very good. Thanks for that 5-9. You're 5-5-55 to West Virginia this morning. Thank you so much. 7-3.
All right, 73, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
November 9. November 3, Long John Silver.
The November 9 station.
November 9, Yankee Papa. November.
November 9, Yankee Papa, November. Anthony, good morning, 5-5.
5-5. You're also 5-5. Illinois, 73. Have fun. Stay safe.
All right, thank you, my friend. Have a great day today in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta, Sean 59.
Hey, you're 5-8 in Missouri, Tim.
All right, thank you for 5-8 into Missouri, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
Timber.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
November 4, Romeo Delta Juliet, Zulu.
November 4, Romeo Delta Juliet. Roger, good morning, 5-9.
5-9 Alabama, Tim. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a great day today in 73.
That's right.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
November 3, Long John Whiskey Uniform 3 Zulu.
November 3, Long John Silver, Robin, 5-9.
TSL, you're 5-9-59 in the state of Maryland.
All right, thank you for Maryland this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
73, good luck.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
Whiskey Uniform 3 Zulu.
Whiskey Uniform 3 Zulu, Raymond, good morning, 5-9.
QSL, copy 5-9, Pop Alpha.
All right, thank you for Pennsylvania this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
Kilo 4, Bravo Delta X-ray.
Kilo 4, Bravo Delta X-ray, Brandon, good morning, 5-9.
Good morning. You are 5-7 in North Carolina. Good luck in 73.
All right, 73, my friend. Have a great day today. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. Whiskey 4, Charlie Tango Yankee, good morning, Jeffrey, 5-1. All right, thank you for 5-7 into Virginia, my friend. Have a great day today in 73. All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Kilo 4, Sierra, Mike Victor, Dale, good morning, 5-9. All right, thank you for the 5-6 into North Carolina, my friend. You have a great Christmas too in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. All right, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot going QS wide, 20 meters. Well, that wasn't a bad little run there. 16 contacts knocked out. My guess with the check mark here, those of you guys familiar with World Radio League, let me know. My guess is that the ones that are check marked, they're also logging in World Radio League. And those are probably confirmations already, I guess. I might be wrong. Just guessing. Still an amateur at this. All right, so going back to the spotting page. Let's go ahead and clear 40 and we'll go to 20. See what we got there. A lot of EU stations. I wonder if there is a way to not that I'm against EU stations. Nothing wrong with that. John says probably World Radio League peeps. It syncs with QRZ and Logbook of the World, but not in real time. Yeah, I figured. And then Good morning, Elodie. So let's just find a frequency here that's can we go the other way? So 14,240 to 253 is open. All right. Get in the area here and then see if I did this right. There we go. And we will tune. You guys can watch the grass grow with me. All right. Still need to get a producer here. Handle the camera angles. I just can't get my kids out of bed early enough to come do this with me. So that's a 240 was somebody on 240, about 5 minutes. Well, it's a European station, you know. I'll go just a hand. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Got to write this in megahertz, not kilohertz. 243, and band is 20 meters. Okay, that automatically updated. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Tango Sierra QRP.
The Kilo Juliet 5 station. Is there a Kilo Juliet 5 station?
Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Tango Sierra.
Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Tango Sierra. Good morning, James. You're 5'9".
Hey, thank you, Tim. 5 and 7 here in Texas this morning. Hey, thanks for being out at the park this morning. Hope you have a great activation, and Merry Christmas to you, 7-3.
All right, Merry Christmas, my friend. 73. Have a great day today. The QRP station. Go ahead.
Kilo Delta 3 Alpha Delta QRP.
All right. Kilo Delta 3 Alpha Mike Delta Richard. Good morning. You are a 55 in the park.
On the coast of Delaware, over.
Copied 57 into Delaware today, my friend. Have a Merry Christmas in 73. All righty, thank you, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
KQ4 Golf Delta Mike.
KQ4 Golf Delta Mike. Good morning, 5'9".
Hey, good morning, Tim. This is Sean. You're about a 5'8" in Orlando, Florida.
Copied 5'8" into Orlando. I'm looking forward to getting down there for the Hamfest here soon.
Oh, that's great. I'll be looking out for you. I'll be camping there this year, so I'll be in your campsite.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna all be camping like we did last year, so it'll be a good time.
Roger, Roger. All right, Tim. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. 73, KT4 Golf Delta Mike.
All right, sounds good, my friend. Have a great weekend and Merry Christmas. 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours at
Whiskey Delta.
Station Indian and Whiskey Delta.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Whiskey Delta. Good morning, Tim.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Whiskey Delta. Eric, good morning. 5-9.
You're 5757, Long Island, New York.
All right, copy 5-7 into Long Island, my friend. Thank you for the contact in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours at CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Am I actually getting spotted? I don't feel like I'm getting spotted there. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Hey, does a different band consider a new contact? K0 SSD.
K0 SSD absolutely is a new contact with a new band and a new mode, if potentially too.
Have a good day, Tim.
All right, sounds good. You're 5-9, by the way. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. All right, there it is. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Kilo Whiskey 4 Lima, George, good morning, 5-1.
Good morning. I got you about
I copied 3-5 in Tampa, Florida, my friend. Thank you for the contact in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. All right, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, going QRT. Well, all right, not bad, not bad. It's definitely different. I'm getting used to it. I'm not passing judgment at this point. Looks like 73 roughly contacts per hour. If I was at the pace I was going, got one DX entity with 21 different grid squares worked, 22 QSOs, and it looks like the longest Q was 836 miles. Is there a way to blow the map up here? Well, I don't want to do that. So looking at the distribution here of contacts, about the same as normal. 40 and 20 at this time of day. I mean, out west, got K0 SSD out here in South Dakota. Although I would think that would be a little bit further than the Tampa contact that I just had, but a little bit of difference in the mileage there. But not bad. Let's see here. So kind of cool. So there's definitely some neat features in here. If you haven't tried it, most likely, you know, if you're somebody that's a little bit more modern with computers, you're probably going to like this. It definitely provides a kind of an insight into the gamification of amateur radio, and you know, sometimes that's what we need. Dave says, click the pop-up or pop-out box. Is that? Oh, there we go. I wasn't doing a good job. There we go. Share this tab. All right. So here's the map in full here. Looks good. I wonder if they can. I wonder if there's the markers, if they could color code the markers for the different bands. I think that would be cool. Just to see that. I mean, the definitely the contacts are cool, but being able to do that. So neat stuff. All right. Now, this isn't good. Sorry. I can't, I lost my panel here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and spending your Sunday morning with me. Hopefully, you have a good rest of the day today, and enjoy that. Spend time with your family. The holidays are here. Look for me and others. We will be out having fun, doing ham radio stuff. So until we get an opportunity to get each other on the air again. 73, everybody, have a great day. And Big Jim and T.O. are next with Ham Church. So check it out. Let them know that the fat guy with the beard sent you. Guys, take care, and 73.